Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is iOS 16 Beta 1 for developers. It is not available for the public just yet, but in this video, I'm going to showcase some hidden/secret features that Apple did not tell you about. I installed it on my personal iPhone 13 Pro, and I dug around the OS to see some hidden/secret features that Apple did not discuss at this keynote. But first things first, make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on and drop a like on this video, help me out tremendously, and share this video with your friends. Now, hidden feature number one, this one here is pretty big. Face ID can now work on landscape. So if I tilt my phone, Face ID is going to work landscape, which is pretty interesting. So Face ID, let's say you're laying down in bed, you can now unlock your phone with your phone horizontally, landscape. So it don't matter, you don't have to tilt your phone this way and then tilt it back. So Face ID is now going to work on landscape. Number two, of course, we have a redesign to the lock screen finally. Now, if you want to customize this, you no longer need to go into the settings, then look for wallpapers. You no longer need to do that. Once you authenticate with Face ID or Touch ID, you just tap and hold the blank space, and this is just like the Apple Watch. And now you can customize your different complications, or your collections, I should say. So you can have multiple different lock screens for different occasions. And the cool thing about this, you have the focus. So if you're doing something work related, you can have a separate wallpaper intended for, for business. So you could probably have like a black wallpaper and have your set complications. So in this case, this could just be my gym lock screen. So I have the activity ring, the weather, and I have my AirPods battery percentage. And if I want to get back home for making a video, whatever, I could get back into this lock screen. So that's pretty cool. And to go alongside with that redesign, you can see the lock indicator on the top just disappears once you authenticate with Face ID. So you're gonna see the lock. Let me hide my face. You're gonna see the lock present. Oh, my Apple Watch just unlocked it for me, but you guys get the idea. So the lock emblem is gonna disappear once it's unlocked, and it just gives a more cleaner interface. Another thing, the music player also received a slight redesign. So you can see the volume knob has been redesigned. I really do like this so much better than just the old school knobs that we typically have. And same thing with the Seek, you can be able to have like a nice little, this is just so much more cleaner. Actually fills up the whole bar. Now this is a little buggy because on the control center you have the old school knob. So this is probably something that's going to be fixed eventually. Shout out to iDevice Help. Yeah, so right now tech YouTubers, we working overtime tonight. Or this afternoon.
Now here's something I just noticed. When you're playing music and you have your AirPods connected, you have the AirPlay or AirPods icon instead of the AirPlay icon. So whatever AirPods you have, that's gonna be the emblem there.
And next up, if I take it over to the camera application, this is only gonna be for the iPhone 13 series. That goes for the Mini, the Pro Max, the standard 13. Cinematic mode actually improved the quality when recorded in cinematic mode, and you can have a foreground blur in portrait photos. So improvements to cinematic mode and portrait photos for the iPhone 13. And unfortunately, the recordings is still 1080p. So I think it's something in the software department where Apple can be able to fine tune the quality. And staying on topic of photos and videos, taking it over to the Photos app, your hidden and your recently deleted folder is now locked. Now you have to authenticate with Face ID or Touch ID to unlock it so you guys can see. And then if I take it over to the recently deleted, this is going to require Face ID, and voila. So I actually accidentally took a screenshot there. So may as well just clear everything out here and call it a day. Now, something else that's interesting, you can tap on select, you can tap on the photo, and then you can tap on the bottom hamburger, the bottom right, and you can now adjust the location and you can adjust the date and time. So let's say you imported a photo and it got the wrong date and time. You can now set the date and time for that photo. So everything is now neat. At first I thought this was a weird feature because the iPhones are so smart, but this makes a lot of sense if you're importing a lot of pictures or videos or getting things from the internet. Sometimes it can't accurately get that location and the date and time. So I like how you can actually set the time and date and location. Now also, when you're on the Photos app and you decide to share a video or a picture, you now have an option here, literally, that's called option. You could tap on it And now you have a set of options. So you can send this as an iCloud link. This is going to be very efficient for space. And it even tells you too, automatic just sets the best format for the file size. So it's just automatically going to just pinpoint on which one is going to pick. Normally when you send a picture or a video, it's going to include all the photo data. So it's going to indicate what device this picture was taken on, the location, the date and the time. So now you can toggle this off and everything is more secure. Yeah, so all the metadata will be gone. And by default, this is automatically checked off. Now there's supposed to be a duplicate folder. So iOS is going to be able to indicate if you have any duplicate photos that you want to probably look through and delete. But unfortunately, I cannot find it here. And I know I have some duplicates on my phone, but nonetheless, you do have it. Now, one thing that's pretty neat, if I take it over to the Notes app, everything now is finally organized. So as you can see, you have your pin. This is pretty standard. But then on the bottom, you have today, and then you have previous 7 days. This is new. Now, prior to this, I have my iPhone SE here. You just have Notes, and everything is all bundled up and jumbled up. So now, with iOS 16, it organizes your notes automatically. And since we're on the notes, I may as well showcase this. You have a brand new menu here. So now you have it on white. So you have a brand new look to that menu. So just a quick menu and even the copy and paste. So that is something totally new, something fresh too. It's just a nice pop out animation. Next up, you have some brand new AirPods options. So if you take it over to the settings app, you have your AirPods icon on the top underneath your name. You can tap on that. I got to charge my AirPods Max and it's very quick. You get into your AirPods settings very quickly. So very convenient. Instead of going to Bluetooth, then tapping on the eye, everything is within the settings app as soon as you launch it up. Okay, so the wallet app received some updates. So now you can review your orders. Haven't ordered anything as of yet. So it's going to keep everything tracked right here. Very convenient. I'm not sure if this is going to apply to anything that you purchase or if it's just set to only Apple Pay, but I'll keep you guys updated. And if you take it over to the Apple Card, you now have your card number, a part of this hamburger icon there. So before it was everything was out, so you can just tap on your card number, tap on your card details. This is how it looked before. So you just have your card number and your search. So now everything is just within that the three dots right there. And also what's new, you can now add an Apple account. So let's say for instance, you can use your account balance to purchase products, apps, music, games. So if you have like an iTunes card or anything that can that's linked up to your account, you can now keep a track of that on your wallet app. Unfortunately, I don't have an Apple gift card to test this out, but nonetheless, you didn't have that before. So it's an Apple account card. It's not a real credit card. It's like a gift card that you normally get from the stores and stuff. And also in the notes, this is new. So it just pops up from the top before it pops up from the bottom. I kind of like the old interface better, but here's how it looks on iOS 15. It looks more polished, looks more refined, and you have the colors versus iOS 16. It just looks smaller. It doesn't take up as much space, but I don't know. I like the old look better. But now next up, if I go into the settings and I go down to privacy and security, it's called privacy and security now instead of just privacy. And if I go down, you can see safety check. So this is totally new. Apple didn't talk about this. So it gives you a splash page. If circumstances or trust level changes, safety check allows you to disconnect from people and apps and devices that you no longer want to be connected to. So you have an emergency reset. So it's gonna you could be able to start an emergency reset. So it's gonna stop all people from sharing apps. Typically, I think I only have one share session. So if I go here, you could be able to see what's going on. So this just gives you a control center on who you have connected to apps and devices and stuff. So I like this. Now FaceTime received live caption. This is currently in beta. I can't get this feature to work 100%. I'm just testing it out on myself because I'm the only one that I know to have iOS 16. An additional download is required to use this mode. So make sure you have enough space on your device to have this download. It doesn't tell you exactly how much space this takes up, but this is something to keep in mind of. And as we know, FaceTime calls take up a lot of battery life. This is going to take up an additional battery life because, well, is actually recognizing on like what you're saying and trying to is using machine learning. that live caption is going to take up more battery life, so just keep that in mind. You can now have push notifications for Safari, so sometimes you have these annoying pop-ups where you can allow notifications. Yeah, so now you can have that on iOS. I'm sure it's just going to give you like a regular text message banner, so now you have that on iOS. Me personally, I hate web notifications. I don't use them. I don't care for them. But hey, if you're a fan of that, you have it here. Now you do have Hey support for hanging up calls now, so you could ask Siri to hang up your calls. Pretty convenient if you're driving, but be mindful that the other person is going to hear that. So when you say Siri hang up, the other person on the other side is going to hear that, so just keep that in mind. Now I want to talk about iMessage. Nothing new here in particular that's hidden, but I want to talk about the unsend feature. This is a quick rant. I'm not going to take too long about it. This is bad. This is bad. All right, so let's say I send a message to my friend, right? Test, right? All right, so you have the ability to unsend it. So I can unsend this and boom, it's gone. But well, that's another thing too. If the person's on the older version of iOS, they still going to be able to see the message. But this is bad, man, because let's say you're in an investigation stage and then, oh, I didn't say that, and you unsend that part. And let's say I send another text message. I said another test, and I decide to edit that. This is all cool. Sometimes we make mistakes and everything like that, but you might say, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna just say, I don't know. I'm gonna say 1, right? This is bad. I like this feature, but it could be used as a malicious. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it too deeply, but it's not. I don't know if I would like that though, but I don't know, but it's a thing. I'm just not a big fan of this feature. I think it could be used as a malicious way, on something serious, but even though you can still see what was edited, so that's the only thing. But some people might use this as a malicious way. That's just me. I just want to quickly rant about that. And those are all the hidden features I can find so far. I see myself making a part 2 because there's probably some features I missed out. And this is just me sitting down actually using iOS 16 for a couple of hours and comparing it to iOS 15, seeing like, oh, that wasn't there. So yeah, I test all this stuff. I didn't watch any videos, but for now, this is all I can find. But to end it off on this, device compatibility, I was right. iPhone 7 isn't going to get iOS 16. I did call it on the leaks. So in terms of device compatibility, any iPhone ranging between the iPhone 13 series all the way down to the iPhone SE 2nd generation, or even the iPhone 8, I should say. The iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10 are now the oldest devices to support iOS 16. And yeah, that is basically it for this video. I hope you guys found this one helpful. If it did, I'd appreciate it with a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on for more iOS videos. And comment down below what you guys think about iOS 16 so far. I know you guys probably watch 1,001 videos by now, but yeah, nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a simple day. Peace.